The conviction of Texas judge for bribery and judicial corruption across the states. In recent years, the American judiciary has been marred by shocking revelations of corruption. From a Texas judge convicted of bribery and obstruction to the infamous Kids for Cash scandal in Pennsylvania, these cases have exposed the darker side of the judiciary, revealing the greed and despicable actions that can sometimes lurk behind the gavel. The Texas bribery case, Judge Rudy Delgado. Rodolfo Rudy Delgado, a former judge in Hidalgo County, Texas, was found guilty of accepting bribes in exchange for favorable judicial consideration. This scandal unfolded over a span of 8 years, from January 2008 to November 2016, during which Delgado conspired with an attorney to accept bribes in exchange for favorable rulings. The bribes, often disguised as campaign contributions or gifts, ranged from $250 to $5,500, with one instance involving a truck valued at $15,000. The Federal Bureau of Investigations, FBI, was tipped off about Delgado's crimes in 2008, leading to an official investigation in 2016. Delgado was arrested in February 2018, following a 2-year investigation. He was subsequently convicted on all counts after a 6-day trial. Delgado's conviction had far-reaching consequences. He was suspended from serving as a justice in the 13th Court of Appeals and resigned from his position as a judge in the 93rd District Court. In addition to his professional repercussions, Delgado was sentenced to 5 years in prison. He was also ordered to serve 2 years of supervised release after his prison term and to participate in alcohol and drug abuse and mental health programs. He was also required to pay $800 in special assessment fees to the court. The Pennsylvania Kids for Cash scandal. In 2007, an alarmed parent's frantic call prompted the Juvenile Law Center to investigate irregularities in Pennsylvania's Luzerne County Juvenile Court. The investigation led to the discovery of a shocking scandal that would come to be known as the Kids for Cash scandal. The scandal involved 2 judges, Mark Ciavarella and Michael Conahan, who orchestrated a scheme to send children to for-profit jails in exchange for kickbacks. From 2003 to 2008, the Luzerne County judicial corruption scandal altered the lives of more than 2,500 children and involved more than 6,000 cases. Over 50% of the children who appeared before Ciavarella lacked legal representation. 60% of these children were removed from their homes. Many of them were sent to one or both of the 2 facilities at the center of the corruption scandal. For their involvement in the Kids for Cash scandal, Judge Michael Conahan, the facility's former co-owner Robert Powell, and the developer Robert Miracle pled guilty to federal criminal charges. Judge Mark Ciavarella was found guilty of various federal crimes following his trial in 2011. In 2009, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court vacated the adjudications of all youth who appeared before Ciavarella between 2003 to 2008, dismissed their cases with prejudice, and ordered all of their records expunged. In addition to the federal criminal prosecutions and the proceedings before the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, a federal class action lawsuit was filed on behalf of the children and parents who suffered emotional trauma and financial loss as a consequence of the corruption scheme. The suit seeks monetary damages from the former judges, private facilities, the former co-owner of the facilities, and the developer. The corruption in the courts has a devastating impact on families. False allegations of family violence can lead to children being taken away, causing emotional and financial distress. The court system, which is supposed to protect the rights of individuals, can sometimes become a tool for personal gain and manipulation. This is a clear violation of the public's trust and a damaging ordeal for the families involved. The legal community is not immune to the effects of these scandals. The conviction of Judge Delgado sent shockwaves through the Texas legal community, with many lawyers expressing their disappointment and concern over the breach of trust. The legal profession relies heavily on the integrity of its members, and when that integrity is compromised, it undermines the entire system of justice.